there's this concept of balancing your prospecting efforts, particularly your initial prospecting efforts, with your discovery efforts. And I've been asked this a couple of times, and I want to dig into that a little bit here. The good news is that there's this focus on prospecting. Look, the pipe is life, right? You hear Jeb Blunt say that all the time. If you have a robust, healthy pipeline, you can do a lot of other things really, really well. And when you don't have that strong pipeline, all of a sudden you clench up a little bit. You start to make decisions that you wouldn't ordinarily make, and you start to panic even. And that's when bad things happen in good sales careers. So a focus on prospecting is really, really good, but deals are still not coming through. And that is a problem, because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to say, well, Jeff, I'm doing a lot of prospecting. You told me to fill the pipeline. I've got all this pipeline, but I'm still not seeing it turn into deals. And I think the reason that happens is with all this focus on prospecting, people are forgetting about discovery. And discovery is vitally important, is one of, if not the most important parts of the sales process. But it's as if people said, well, since I need to make more calls and I have these metrics I need to hit, I don't have time to do discovery. And that is a huge problem. You're skipping discovery when you really shouldn't be. And you're skipping it in the name of prospecting, which I think is a huge misnomer. You're in such a huge hurry to make more calls that you forget why you're making those calls. I want you to remember that discovery is a part of the prospecting process. And I want you to think a lot more completely, a lot more profoundly about what prospecting actually is, because it'll help you see that prospecting and discovery are not two opposing forces that need to somehow be in balance. Discovery is a vital part of the prospecting process. Prospecting is this overarching concept of how you create need, how you create tension to enhance or embellish that need, how you demonstrate expertise among your target audience because of what you bring to the table that nobody else does. Prospecting is not a list of people to call. It is not just an email cadence that you send to people you want to be in front of. Prospecting is a mindset. Prospecting is a skill set. Prospecting is a microcosm of the entire sales process. And when you think about things from a 10,000 foot view instead of a 10-foot view, you start to appreciate how those two things, prospecting and discovery, integrate more together. The best sellers I know, and I study top performers, the best sellers I know spend a lot more time in the discovery phase than the not so great performers, let's say. And the best sellers I know are also patient. They're not in a hurry to get through something. They're willing to schedule additional discovery meetings, because that discovery session or those discovery sessions are how you continue and increase your building of rapport with your prospect. The way you sell is as important as what you sell. And when you demonstrate to your prospect that you are someone who knows what they're talking about, who can be a trusted advisor, who can show them things that other people can't show them, your stock rises. And people are not just more willing to do deals with you, they're excited, they're encouraged to do deals with you. So I don't want you to think about balancing your time in your initial prospecting with your time in discovery. I want you to remember that you need to prioritize those sales activities that are nearest the bottom of your funnel. Because you may remember me talking about this recently, putting in all kinds of new leads to the top of the funnel. Look, there are only so many that can come out the bottom at the same time. And when you are putting so many leads in the top of the funnel that they all splash out over the edges of the funnel, that's waste. So remember what you're trying to do. You make those initial calls, you send those initial emails so that you can have discovery sessions with people. So if you're hurrying through your discovery so you can make more calls, well, just that doesn't seem to make much sense, does it? So I want you to rethink what prospecting is. I want you to rethink how important discovery is. And when you get the mix right, when you get your priorities straight, you're going to see a whole lot more and better results.